I'd like to turn on the microphone. I'd like to call the meeting to order, please, and please stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Councilmember Koppel.
Here.
Burnett.
Here.
Sorensen.
Here.
Bautista.
Here.
Mayor Dean.
Here. The next portion of our meeting is oral communications. Anyone wishing to stand up and speak for a maximum of 3 minutes, please be available to the microphone. Seeing no one, I'll bring it back. City Clerk, canvass of votes.
Before you, you have resolution number 9499, which states it is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Cupertino receiving declaration of election results, general municipal election, November 7th, 1995. The two candidates who received the most votes are Michael Chang with 3,285 and Wally Dean with 3,141. May I have a motion to adopt that resolution, please?
I so move.
Second.
Vote with your lights.
Could you hit your lights again, please? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Just
Okay.
checking.
I'm sorry?
Just checking.
Trust me. Ceremonial matters. This is an evening where one of us moves on. We open the microphone for any presentations that would like to be made from the general public to Barbara Koppel and her tenure on the council and the effort and support she's put in. Anyone wishing to address the council, please step forward.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council of Cupertino. My name is Anne Marie Berger. I'm a member of the City Council of the City of Saratoga, and I am here this evening for two purposes. One is as a member of the council and speaking for the council, I am here to wish our colleague Barbara Koppel Godspeed and to say how much we have enjoyed working with her over the past years. It's as emotional for me as it is for you, Barb. My second purpose, also representing the City Council of the City of Saratoga, is to welcome Mr. Chang as a colleague to our ranks. We are pleased to welcome you, and thank you for letting me speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, with that, I'll bring, excuse me, John.
Mayor Dean and members of the council, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce of Cupertino, we just wanted to express our appreciation for Barbara's 8 years of service to this community. You have been an outstanding friend of each and every person in this room, I suspect, whether they know it or not directly. And this town is by far a much better place for you, having served and given of your time and energy to our community. Again, on behalf of the Chamber, we just really appreciate all you've done. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, John. And thank you, Princess Anne.
Princess Anne is right. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Anyone else wishing to speak? Barry. He wants to list your house.
I don't mind at all.
Yes.
My name is Barry Chen. I live on 21627 Rosario. I want to say thanks to Bob about the Major A. I work under Major A for that. The previous two Major A. One is for school bond, one is for the library and park. And also, thanks for the Heritage Parade. Every time I pass by there, you're the one in charge of the ceremony. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Anything else? With that, I'll bring on the next portion of the meeting, and that's the presentations of awards to the outgoing council member. This will be broken down into two sections, one that I will do from the city, and secondly from Don, from the employees. And I don't know how you're going to stand up on the desk, but let me present this commemorative plaque. Tiffany's. All right.
Oh, that is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. It's beautiful.
I think, it's truly a legend. You've put in 8 hard-working years. I think the city really appreciates it. Don't cry yet. I think that the contributions you've made unselfishly of yourself are greatly appreciated by the citizens, by the city, by the members up here.
Thank you, Laura.
Anybody wishing to speak? And then we'll turn it to Don for the employees' comments from council.
Barb, I'd just like to say it's now I'm getting emotional. It's been a great 6 years. We've disagreed at times, and we've agreed at times, but through it all, we've had real respect for each other. Good luck.
Thank you.
John?
Yeah, I want to reiterate those words. We met probably 10 or 15 years ago when I was in
Just a young lad.
just a young lad in student body government at Monte Vista High School, and you were the PTA representative. And lo and behold, our paths crossed here for 2 years, and it was indeed a great experience for me to work with you. And I really do wish you luck, and I have a lot of faith that our paths will cross in the future and that we'll continue to work together.
Thank you, John. I hope so.
Don?
Yeah, Barb, it's been a great 2 years. I've really enjoyed working with you. I think it's been a good 2 years for the city, and I'm really going to miss you.
With that, I'll turn it over to Don Brown.
Okay, can I get through this? You are held in very high esteem by the city employees, Barb, and you're going to be missed around City Hall because you are just part of the group. You're not. I think you're seen as a friend and a colleague, and you've never held yourself out to be anything else. And you sure made my life easier. The transition coming here about almost 7 years ago. And so I just want to thank you for that time.
Thank you.
And we have a little token here. This has a special message. It kind of will remind you of your last official event in Cupertino. First of all, there are 3 cards that it took 3 cards to get all the employees' names signed on them, and then this gift right here, which you can open.
That is darling. She's got the poodle skirt. This is the 40th anniversary of That's great. Thank you very, very much. I'll really cherish that.
That's it? Okay. Before you leave, you can say anything you'd like.
Oh, good.
Just what I was going to say.
Great. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but about 5:45 tonight, I started thinking about what am I going to say. And so I started kind of jotting down some things that have happened. So this is just sort of how it was. It's been 8 wonderful years. We've gone from, some of these things, some of you will relate to, others you won't. So you just need to know that all of this has been in this 8-year period of time. And we've gone from considering shooting Bambi to saving an ice skating rink, to purchasing open space, to saving libraries, to expedite the post office construction, to saving trees, especially our oaks, to purchase a sports center, to collecting $14,000 and 11 truckloads of goods for Loma Prieta victims, to completing Highway 85 and celebrating in style. And talk about deja vu, when I first got my start in politics, when I met Bert, was 15 years ago when the city was considering abandoning Highway 85 corridor. And lo and behold, but last night, my last decision was to try to do something about noise mitigation on Highway 85. The building the Quinlan Center, the addition at the library, the expansion at City Hall, Apple's landmark facility. How about the freeway ramp metering? I've had some interesting ride-alongs with the sheriff and the fire department that some of you are aware of. We expanded the Cat Art program from Sunnyvale into Cupertino, which is for our challenged youth. And the parades with the Marine bands in the early days. The old 4th of July celebrations, the holiday tree lighting. Just a few of the highlights, some big, some not so big. I think I have a son in the audience tonight, if he's not too late. Scott, are you here? I have my younger son, Scott. He's the only one that's able to make it. I want you to know my family was very, very supportive of this. My other son and my husband were not able to make it tonight, but they have been through a lot with me in the past 8 years, and highs and lows. It's kind of like a good marriage. There are highs and lows, and it's just been a wonderful experience. And is Pat Jackson out there? Pat Jackson is the one who asked me to run for city council. I would have never dreamed of doing that. I never dreamed I'd be in politics, and I really appreciate that she saw something in me that I certainly didn't. And to all my supporters, for giving me the privilege of serving you. It's been great. And to the staff, the glue that holds the city together. You're terrific. You really are. But I have a poem. And so take it for what it's worth. The past 8 years has been so good. I wouldn't trade this experience, even if I could. To serve the city has been a ball, and I've enjoyed knowing all of you at City Hall. To the councils I've served with, all 11 of you unique, each one different, each one a critique. But one thing we all share is our love for Cupertino. We all truly care. My plan, as you know, is not to go away, just down to the county for another 8 years stay. Thank you.
Before you leave, we'd like to transition the moment. That kind of parallels your career in Cupertino, coming with a smaller city and then making it grow into what it is today. And what we tried to do is, from our award-winning TV crew, government nonfiction, the 3-minute video we used in the State of the City speech this year. Kellen? Barbara Koppel, we thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Somebody remembered I commented on how beautiful that was at the State of the City. I don't remember who I said it to, but obviously somebody remembered. Very, very much.
Kim, what's the formal procedure? Bring Michael up. Are you calling?
Yes, now it's time for me to give the oaths of office to the council members, so I'll administer that to Mr. Chang first, right up here at the podium. So you get a good camera. Okay, would you raise your right hand, please? I'm going to say the oath, and I'd like to have you repeat it after me. Do you solemnly swear to support the constitutions of the United States and of the state of California,
I solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the State of California
and of the United States,
and of the United States,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic?
that you will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United
and
States
to the Constitution of the state of California,
and to the Constitution of the State of California.
that you take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties
I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which you are about to enter for the city of Cupertino.
upon which I will be entering for the city of Cupertino.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Got through that first thing, huh?
Yeah, wait, I'll show you how to choke it.
All right.
Cue cards. Good.
Okay, you want me to hold that up for you? You have to stand behind the X, though. This is an eye test, too. Raise your right hand.
See, Michael, it's all in the hands.
It's all in the hands.
It's all in the hands. Don't worry about it. Got it.
Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States
I solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that you will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
that you take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or
Without-
purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which you are about to enter for the
Upon-
city of Cupertino.
on which I am about to enter for the city of Cupertino. Thank you. Okay, there was a screw up on the hands. No big deal. All right, we'll move along now to the election and of the next mayor, and I would like to call for a motion for a candidate. John.
I move to nominate Don Burnett for the position of mayor of the city of Cupertino.
Is there a second?
I second that motion.
Please vote with your lights.
How do you do this?
You raise your left hand.
What do you do? Kick it?
Push the little red
All
button.
right. And then how does it show up as yes?
It'll show up on,
Supposedly a green
it's on the
light.
front, Michael.
Well, I didn't push the button yet. Everybody locked in?
Yeah.
There you go. You're on.
Okay. Motion carries with Councilmember Sorensen voting no.
Okay, with that, I will change chairs. Congratulations, Don.
Thank you.
You're the new mayor. Barb, I've got your stuff. I will switch chairs here.
Shift around.
He has to be sworn in.
I'm sorry?
He has to be sworn in.
No, but we have to do the next nomination for vice mayor. I'll trust him.
Yes, I'll accept nominations for the office of vice mayor.
I nominate John Bautista for vice mayor.
A second. Gotta be fast.
Vote with your lights.
I'm doing this right.
Excuse me, future Mayor Burnett, I don't see a light there. I didn't swear him in
Wally
yet.
has the right technique for
Okay,
this.
motion carries unanimously. And now I need to swear in the new mayor and vice mayor. We can forgo, oh, no, I've got everybody, okay, got those two.
We do it together.
Slide down.
That's my seat.
Won't be so boring for the audience. Okay, I'll read you the oath and then you can respond. Do you, Don Burnett and John Bautista, solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and to the State of California, that you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which you are about to enter for the city of Cupertino?
I do. Thank you. Yes.
To present
Okay. Right now, the city has a gift to present for our outgoing mayor, Mr. Wally Dean. A gavel that you can keep. You can use that to pound on your button if you have trouble in your location.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to serve as mayor of the city of Cupertino, and I hope we serve you well. Thank you.
Wally? It's a tradition for the incoming mayor to give a gift to the outgoing mayor. And I was thinking last week, what would be the greatest gift that I could give to Wally? And I thought it would be a victory over the Dallas Cowboys. I thought, how could that be done? All the predictors were predicting they were going to get wiped out. The guy in the Mercury News says they're going to be the worst loss in 49ers history. I had to take action. I took action. And you can see how you know why the 49ers won. I don't think it's
Don't take that to the press conference. Put that down, Wally. Hide it.
That's all right.
All right, now is the traditional time for all of the council members to make some comments on the state of the day. Who would like to begin?
Let me start. Michael, welcome aboard. We look forward to four very productive years from you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Wally.
Same here, Michael. I'm really looking forward to working with you, and welcome to the council.
Thank you very much, Chang.
Welcome, Michael. It's a new thing for you, I know, and it's coming awfully fast, faster than you probably wish that it had come, but you're going to be right in it on Monday night when you take this home with you and you get all of your weekend reading to do. And I think it'll be a good council, and I know that we're going to move forward.
Welcome, a very heartfelt welcome, Michael. I'm sure we're going to enjoy working together for the city.
Thank you very much, Don. If I may, I wasn't sure, trying to acclimate myself a little bit to the council, and thought that the council is a lot more formal, and usually I don't like to read speeches, but I did write a few things down. But first of all, I want to say that Barbara Koppel certainly has served the city in a very distinguished way, and she has left very big shoes and a big seat to fill, and so I will be up to that. And so thank you very much, Barbara, first of all. I'd like to introduce my family. Because of a hitch, my children couldn't join me tonight. They weren't exactly left out in the streets, but they are at home, safely at home. But my wife missed each other. But I do want to introduce my spouse, Barbara Chang. So if you would bear with me, I would just read this very quickly. And first, I want to thank all our voters for their confidence in me and my candidacy, which aims to help to bring Cupertino together. While I ran as an educator for City Council, I'm often reminded that I am also the first Asian American to be elected to Cupertino City Council, and that people are watching. I regard it as a great honor to be given the opportunity to serve and pledge to work hard to fulfill the responsibilities of a city councilman. In fact, I've started to do that. I know that the city is on its way to bring back the 4th of July celebrations, and I have joined that committee and will work hard to make sure that we have a proper 4th of July celebration in Cupertino. I look forward to working with every member of the City Council. I know and respect each member of the council. I feel that we have a wonderful team that can represent our city well. While I know that City Council members have diverged in their understanding of the protocols and traditions related to campaigning, I hope that with the conclusion of the voting for officers tonight, we can all now leave behind the campaign season, and that what we need now is unity on the council so that we can all perform the work that voters have elected us to do. Finally, I want to thank my volunteers and my supporters. Without their tireless effort, I would not be able to do the voter outreach required to win a seat. What particularly moves me is their belief in the meaning of my candidacy and their willingness to work together to pursue a vision of togetherness. I look forward to your continued support and advice during my term. My hat's off to all of you. Thank you very much.
Wally, do you have any?
Oh, no, I already, from the election? The election's over. The election, that's fine. No, I just wish this council much success. I wish Barb much success in her future endeavors. The transition after 8 years is a tough one. Good luck.
Now, Wally, big shoes to follow. We've had a good year with you, and I've enjoyed it. And I think our council's had a productive time here. I'd like at this time to thank two women who played a big role in my being here. One is my wife, Nancy, over there, who's really got me into this business. And the other to my daughter, Jill, who's also here tonight, who gave me some good advice a few years ago that sort of turned my retirement around. I'm proud to represent the people of Cupertino. It's a great community. When needs have been expressed, Cupertino has always responded. Parks and open space, libraries, schools. Cupertino not only supports these things, but normally Cupertino has the highest yes percentage of any community that votes in the election, and that's a wonderful thing. And it's great to be able to represent such fine people. In my year as mayor, I have some relatively simple goals. We made a lot of progress, I think, in making the streets of Cupertino more walkable, better for people to rollerblade and travel about on foot so they can talk to each other and say hi as they pass each other in the street. I hope to further increase this. I hope we can reach the point where more and more parents will even feel that they can safely let their children walk to school and ride their bicycles to school, and eliminate congestion and reverse the situation, start to make it a safer, more human scale situation around the schools. we'll be able to do something in that regard. In another era, with respect to the general plan that has concerned me so much over the years, my feeling is that the time for trying to make major changes on the past general plan is past now. It's coming up for another review in the year 2000. What my hope is to begin during this year is to open a dialogue between the citizenry and the commercial and the development community to see if we can achieve some sort of consensus about what the future of Cupertino is to be. I have a feeling we may be closer to achieving that kind of a consensus than anybody thinks, but it's going to take a lot of work to do it. So thank you very much. Our next move will be a nice reception. It'll be out in the hall, and so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn after I remind all the council members that we have to sit here and get our pictures taken before we can go out and get anything to eat and drink. So is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
Any opposition? No opposition. Unanimous, we adjourn.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Michael? Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All those congrats.